Is Asta not here? I'll go let Herta know. Oh, okay, message. Welcome, new friend. What an honor to see you here. Looks like my importance in this chat is now downgraded by 1. Looks like my importance in this chat is now downgraded by 1. Invited people breaker. Oh, this chat feels like deja vu. Why do I have the feeling I've seen this chat before? For real? Did this guy just say FR? Okay. This game is so unserious. Okay, let's get back to the topic. How do we deal with the situation? Accountability. Accountability must be held. Oh, what's wrong? What's all the fuss about? Yeah, tell me. What's up? So you still don't know? Oh, there's a video here.
Herta Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Wow. Okay, that was actually really interesting. I can play it again.
Herta Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans.
I just think it's very interesting layout. I just want to see it again.
This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Okay, but the real question is Asta okay? Yeah, I'm not going to play it again. Just look at this. They are walking all over us, positively assaulting Madame Herta at this rate. Yeah, right. And the management of the space station is for real so crappy. The Legion incident aside, how could they allow Madame Herta to be attacked on our own turf? Just what's going on? I really hate these imbecilic pests sit in high places and do nothing. But when all is said and done, all the Legion crisis, the space station has done a good job in revitalizing and rebuilding. You've got a point. There are 2 different kettles of fish. Besides, they were never that competent to begin with. Aren't you jumping ahead? Isn't the main focus Herta's safety? Yeah, is she okay? Let's not poke our noses into other people's business. Isn't that Asta's job? Our job is to sit here and judge the quality of the work. As for how to get things done, that's for them to worry about. You sure have some bizarre reasoning, but you're spitting facts here. You're absolutely right, bro. Rich know it. You spoke my mind. Comrades, what is our goal? To rid ourselves of all imbecilic pests. Good, you passed. That's so silly. Yeah, Herta was attacked. Oh, she's literally not. Oh, what's happening? Huh? What's going on? Hello? Am I tied to a chair?
This was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need her.
Oh my god!
The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was her.
What? No. What? Hello, Dr. Ratio.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
She's only just woken up. Dazed. She
He's got
need a few pointers.
He's got his plaster head back on.
Ah, we cross paths again.
Hello.
Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
I saw you literally yesterday, mate.
Miss Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal.
There was no surveillance?
No. The attack happened on a base outside the station, beyond the surveillance camera's range. She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oof. Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I actually really like Dr. Ratio as a character. He's so interesting. And his voice actor does such a good job with that smack tone of his.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Yes, but stop
Save
blaming
your
me.
flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you.
Me, yes, me.
Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet?
Yeah, probably running errands. But
Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was...
I genuinely don't remember, actually. I was with Ruan May.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
And
I think she mentioned something important, but
oh,
I can't remember.
it's not that she spoke like that, but I just can't remember.
If only there were some hints, then maybe...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory's kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the details. Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
Explore the related memories. Asta's trouble.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Hinkle.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me.
Hello. Yes, ask for clues. Do you know about the curio?
that's
Yes.
alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx?
A jinx?
Oh, Nowadays, people call them wubbaboos.
Oh, wobbaboos. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Do they not have bodies?
Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day.
So not only do I have to find a curio, I have to find some person too.
I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler.
Oh, explore your memories and obtain crucial clues in the form of cognition chasm through conducting key conversations with characters. Collect enough cognition chasms to exculpate yourself. In memory sorting the fragment information you recall as you explore your memories will be promptly recorded and updated. Cool.
Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
What are you people up to? Where's Peppy?
We're walking the dog.
And where is the dog?
We're having a walk.
Can you get your story straight first?
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
Is there something you need?
I'm looking for Adler.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too.
I thought you were going for a walk.
That kid sure is brave. Running straight to the scene on his own.
Yeah, are you supposed to be walking the dog?
Yes. Well, Peppy isn't here. You see, Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
Can you leave the talking to me next time?
Is there a problem, gentlemen?
Let's walk and talk.
Okay.
Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
Oh, little kid! Adler! Hello.
Over there!
Back away. From the
I thought he's in
fragmentum.
trouble. Let's go.
You know, I didn't pick a good team for this.
An elusive foretelling.
As you can see, I'm trying to think quest. I'm pretty sure my last one is and we defeated the guy.
Peppy! Are you okay?
Are you really the one who knows the most about curios?
That's me. What's up?
She wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later. So, which curio do you want to know about?
One that has no body but is alive?
That's all you got? Too abstract.
That's all Herta said.
Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head?
She said it might be a wobaboo.
She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
I heard something like that also exists in the
What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. But it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom?
Due to the presence of certain hazy memories, some content will appear as in conversations as you explore your memory. Using Cognition Chasm has a chance of restoring relevant hazy memories.
Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. Oh, right. Asta mentioned another name.
Okay, Herta assigned, yes. I found Asta, but she didn't seem to know much about it. Fortunately, Hinkle of the Department of Ecology and someone from the Department of Insights are nearby, which is more or less a clue. Hinkle is troubled by the confidence crisis within the space station, and Asta must be under considerable pressure. We had a brief chat, and she suspected it was okay. Oh, we just go to the memories. I don't have to read that.
My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy. I need to remember the other person Asta mentioned.
Oh, are we just gonna go back and forth?
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind.
Oh, use Cognition Chasm. You recall more missing memories.
How's it going? Did you find the information you're after?
I haven't made any progress yet.
I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding.
I heard you're in a bit of trouble.
Just business as usual. Nothing to worry about. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again.
Researchers' disappearances?
Yes.
They're disappearing?
4
Like
researchers have inexplicably
Herta.
disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished. People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion. Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the disappearances.
do you need my help?
That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already?
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
But
by the way,
you guys are blaming
I heard
me.
about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is.
Okay.
The other person should be from the Department of Insight.
Herta's assignment.
Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see...
I think if only there were some...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit.
Yeah, okay. Emily. Hello.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there, it's all good. Here's the account you asked for.
This guy's
It's legit and secure.
This guy's kind of
allowing you to
creepy.
connect straight to the intranet.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm just a peddler doing a little business on the side. Small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild, don't forget your humble friend, okay?
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Here too. My memories are just a jumbled mess of words. Did my memory piece together irrelevant information?
Restore the muddled memory.
Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel for intelligence. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of
Sure. Can I help you with something?
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Move it. I can read it for
Again?
you.
How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Oh, Emily, just help her out. Yeah, sorry, if I can just interrupt here for a minute.
Oh, another smart-looking youngster. Wonderful. It's about time we had some new recruits.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? That's got nothing to do with the Department of Insight.
I guess, but the Asta told me to find you.
However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who came back from a business trip said that the Cienjo Alliance has life forms like that.
Oh, the ghosties.
Don't get me wrong, I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you. The atmosphere on the space station has been getting stranger lately. It's risky taking sides.
The Cienjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The disappearances Asta mentioned are likely related to Arlen's investigations too. Now the Cienjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired...
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth.
Yes, I would like
I'm
the
sorry.
truth.
The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
It's about the missing people, isn't it? About...
Just as I thought, I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I forgot.
Use. Oh, okay. Researchers at the disappearance.
I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
About the researchers' disappearances?
How did you know? I see. Could you also tell that Lady Asta was feeling the pressure?
Have you found anything? I can help.
I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. The surveillance didn't capture anything regarding the researcher's disappearance. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. When we made visits to the scenes, some of the witness testimony seemed to agree with this. The words they used were spontaneous combustion of the human body.
Oh god. That doesn't sound good at all. Combustion? Jeez. Okay. Adler.
Have you asked the Department of Ecology head?
She said it might be a yes.
Huh? What did I say?
Use cognition.
Huh. She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
I heard something like that also exists in the Shenzhou Alliance.
Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi.
Heliobi, that's what
I
they're
guess you could say that
called.
Wubaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both are types of energy life form. Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. But it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most likely the truth. Let me remember my initial conversation with Herta, just in case.
Okay.
I need to go over it from the start.
Okay. Okay, let's find out what Herta's saying.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentions if only there were some...
Yes, we know what it is. It is, yes, a Heliobi. Oh! Energy life forms.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
Energy life form?
That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
Okay. Back to the present. This is what happened.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are.
Yeah, I'm probably not the best storyteller.
So,
especially since I just woke up.
The last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Herta. I don't know.
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Oh,
well,
really?
If you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But as it stands, not a single soul can corroborate her story.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still
He's a
valid
skeptic.
research. It can still help us reach the truth.
His design makes sense now.
If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name with answers.
Hit me with the questions then. See, okay,
Based
here we
on
go.
your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
Yeah, indeed.
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio. It's
based on Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one
Society
nameless
members.
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it
Take
because
that.
of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some special meaning to Herta.
Yes. That seems logically sound.
He's a skeptic. Ah, logically sound. He sees no flaws in my reasoning.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Indeed, I did.
However, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
What's that about, Herta?
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
Maybe she just forgot.
Conjecture. Asta chose to stay silent.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with... However, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
She didn't want to talk about the human combustion. Is it the confidence crisis?
I remember now.
That's enough pretending.
Back then. Okay.
Please, however,
this was not sound.
She decided to hold her tongue until... So what's the story?
Conjecture.
Oh, hang on.
Then you... However, so what's the...
Conjecture.
Oh, I did it again.
Asta
hang on.
Then you said... However, so what's the story? Are you...
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion and cause great internal strife.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still share the IPC's position. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Two birds with one stone. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department.
You heard correctly.
Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Correction. There may be a correlation.
Researchers just cut the act. You're perfectly aware.
Human combustion. Back then.
Enough to cut the act.
I'm sorry.
You're perfectly...
Correction.
Researchers' disappearances, you say?
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough. Researchers' disappearances, you... Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly,
The middle one.
Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
It is, yes.
She did say that. But then what? You need to provide evidence to show incidents are linked.
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was investigating the disappearances.
The combustion.
The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
You tell him,
If
Trailblazer.
these two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go.
Oh.
Huh? What was that?
Oh, notification. She's here, she's here, she's here. Who? The big shot. OMG. Ooh. Oh.
Herta Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
He's so cool. I know he's supposed to be the villain, but you know what I mean? Oh, can I not just reply? That guy kind of hot. Get it? Because he's on fire. No, but seriously, he's actually pretty hot. This is
a declaration of war and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit. It almost seems like this space station is more suited for the path of destruction than erudition.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their gaze upon them.
I love demons.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel, even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation Gang.
Japella Brotherhood? I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since. Would you believe it would be merely a coincidence? Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything. The disappearance of researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan. And after that...
Annihilation.
That video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me.
Oh, just me? Just me? Oh, Dr. Ratio.
You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose, turning whispered fears into full-blown pandemonium?
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
Okay. Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
You better go get them.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people.
Got it. What do you have in mind?
I don't No. That depends on your friend.
It's been a while. Pamela. As usual, one pick of Himiko for one piece of gossip. Quid pro quo. Can I put it on my tab? Only for you. 20% interest for every 5 trays. You give me one more pick. So very like you. Now that's settled. Go ahead and tell me what you need. Help me find a connection between these people. Oh, how interesting. This disappearance has been a hot topic and the news is tightly controlled. Even I don't have a complete list. You're upset at management too? Why would I be? I'm just a small fry. I'll take any chance to slack off whenever I can. Those who love gossiping about the higher-ups just don't have enough things to do in their lives. It's the same people who randomly create their own expectations and then get disappointed when those aren't met. Nothing good will come out of hanging out with them. You sure are enlightened. You flatter me, but I'll still remember what you owe me. Don't worry, I'll get in touch if I have any news.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology, if you would be so kind.
He disappeared too.
What? What happened?
I didn't really notice at first.
Is Adler okay?
Adler's difficult to get a hold of at the best of times, but it's been a few system hours and I still can't reach him. Even the surveillance cameras can't find any trace. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. Intriguing and frustrating, to say the least. If his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something important.
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were energy, life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form. Coincidence?
I think not.
We need to investigate this.
I need your help. Oh, Dong Hang, I need your help. What is it? About Duke Inferno. Do you know the Duke Inferno, Ifrit? From the Annihilation Gang? It's best not to get involved with him. The space station is in trouble. Might have some trouble, and it has something to do with. Alan will fill you in on the details. I want to know more about him. Understood. Wait for my contact. You be careful yourself. If the situation changes, notify us as soon as possible.
That jerk! Jerk!
Oh.
Fine! Disappear! I don't ever want to see your face again!
Is this about Adler? What did Adler do to you?
Adler,
you good?
He disappeared.
Yeah, we know.
He's been acting really weird recently. Always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking to himself.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase. Whatever could that mean? Okay, we'll get him back for you.
Who said I want him back?
Oh, I'm sorry. It just seemed you were upset that he'd gone.
But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him.
Oh, Peppy, come help us.
I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help you.
Peppy, smell the booklet and show us where Adler is. Okay. Pamela. Yo, you got something good for me? Tell me what's up. Yep, but it's not what you'd expect. Go on. These victims and their interpersonal relationships don't seem to have any overlaps, but they have all posted pretty extreme comments against the management on the dark web and have a large number of supporters. What? The dark web? I know this result will bring a lot of things to mind, but regrettably, it's the truth. Thanks. Thanks for your info.
Your countenance suggests tragedy.
Yeah. Here you go.
So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwlum.
Oh, is he suspicious? Oh, Dong Hong. Dong Hong's replied. What's he saying? I think we only scratched the surface of this, Ifrit. What happened? What's up? The fire demons of Fetora are ferocious and cruel by nature, but Ifrit easily rose to the position of clan leader, and even among the fire demons, his flame belongs to a special category. Wadim. Oh, what do you mean? I knew exactly what Wadim means. In many vicious incidents, you'll never find out what's up. In many vicious incidents instigated by the Everflame Mansion, I found similar eyewitnesses reports claiming that miscreants materialized from the Inferno. I speculate that Ifrit's flame may have inherited some ability other than burning, and that is related to his origin. I have heard of a flame with similar properties that was difficult to capture because it kept shifting between phases. There's not much information about it, only one line that catches the eye. Burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flames behind. Shifting between phases. That's what he was... Was he mentioning phrases or phases? Adler. That's all I have. The number of related records is limited. I'm not sure if that was helpful to you. It's enough. Thanks. That's good. Hello. I'm here. Yes.
I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now. How are things with you?
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're in deep trouble. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore.
Oh.
First,
let's see.
Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion.
The link between the 3 is...
First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous connections.
Oh.
First,
enough of this nonsense.
Adler's disappearance.
I'm sorry, dude.
The next angle is what last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah,
During
take
prior
this.
unrest instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testified to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno. The flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look.
Look how smug I
The
look.
answer is right there. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions. claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Herta's been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. This booklet I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
Here's the book for you to view.
When Schurling said, Adler kept muttering about a phrase before he disappeared. I believe this word was actually phase. He saw member 29 Sir Call's research topic in this booklet and verified his hypothesis. As a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed. That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved.
Oh.
We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear, and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light, catalyzing it into new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
What on earth is this? The missing researchers are all opinion leaders on the space station's dark web. Holy moly, you know stuff that even the security department isn't aware of. I just got the file from next door. It sounds far-fetched, but on the off chance that is true, I smell a conspiracy. They staged the whole missing thing to get rid of dissenters. Tisk. That's such a brilliant plot. Justice may come late, but it will be served. The management must step down. The management must step down. If that's really the case, doesn't that it mean this chat group is in grave danger? This group.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Oh, Dr. Rachel, what do you mean by that?
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Asta! What just happened? Oh my god!
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger.
She was shot on fire!
Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shiftability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
What do we do now? Do we set ourselves on fire? Because if we did that, we would die.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say?
Hello, sir.
Is charming in its own way. Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. when the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish without a trace.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Miss Trailblazer and contain the fire.
Should be
Infernal
okay.
fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it.
Mwah. Bye-bye, screw them. I can't wait for you to be playable. Oh.
The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire.
The folded space results from the spatial distortion during the spread of the infernal flame. Trying to pass through it may result in a drift in the spatial coordinates with you transported to somewhere unexpected. The folded space that the space station uses to counter the escaped curios, it can effectively cut off space to standard travel. Touch the fire. Touch the firewall!
See? It's
Nothing
still
bad
in the
will
space
happen.
station.
Oh.
Like Skrullum said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death.
Okay.
The fire is dying. This place is strange.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance.
Human. Why? This has nothing to do with you.
Oh, really?
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
What is your goal?
Stop you.
Seems like this chase is about
Oh,
to
that
end.
firewall disappeared. Oh, it's a little. It's just an itty bitty flame now. Hello, look how adorable it is.
It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet.
You're just an itty bitty fire.
It is little wonder that even the saint of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness. For now, but next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins.
Please do.
Infernal
I mean what?
The small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire.
Good.
Oh? No. Hold on.
Hold on. My arm's on fire! My arm's on fire! What's happening? Dr. Rachel, you should have said something before I touched the fire.
The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we?
Memories are ever-changing. We need to walk around and
Say yes So this is the extent of
Oh, there's another round? Come on, man.
Primitive wasn't wrong. The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Memories are ever-changing. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at ones. Best icon. Cat. We need to walk around and And she does what it says for you.
Asta! Are you okay?
Good work. You did very well.
Oh, thank you, Skrill. I appreciate that coming from you. Is Asta okay?
Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound.
That's good. How did you find them? Did they
It
just
was
appear?
all thanks to Adler.
Oh, Adler.
They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine.
Is it over? We good?
Yes, it is over.
Yes. Why do I feel like you didn't do much, Skrullum? Why am I calling him out like that? He can just sit back and look pretty, okay? With his robot face.
This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, madam.
He's changing the subject, but I'm totally fine with it.
But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself.
What mystery? What's the mystery? Can I help? I want to help. Damn it. Okay. Hey, have you heard? Lead research Asta was attacked too. That Duke Inferno, devious conniving. Psyops on the masses have always been the most terrifying kind of attack. Indeed, it seems that the Annihilation Gang isn't just about mindless violence, as the rumours suggest. If the lead researcher wasn't rescued at the end, we'd all be in deep, deep trouble. Not necessarily. Maybe she's the one who orchestrated it all. They're thinking Asta did it? Not necessarily. Maybe she's masterminding this elaborate ruse by deliberately harming herself to earn some sympathy points. That line of thoughts. Do you have some merit? Enough of it already. This is ridiculous. Is that really worth it? All that hassle just to palliate a few keyboard warriors? True that. Speaking of which, where's that very first rabble ruser, Rich Snort? Alright, he was real righteous sounding when he invited me into the group. Let me see. The guy left the group without making a single noise. Without making any noise. Who's Richard Know-It-All? Oh. It's kind of cute. Oh. Captured.
I've been waiting.
Oh?
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
That's cool. Confront him, Skrullum.
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
Ooh, they're both skeptics.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Skrullum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic, a third party saved them.
Ooh, which is Dr. Ratio.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screw'em. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screw'em is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong.
Oh?
To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment.
Dr. Ratio.
The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs.
Dr. Ratio is actually such an interesting character.
But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living.
Amen.
It is
to that.
only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up.
This actually got really deep all of a sudden.
I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
There's a genius right in front of you.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
What an exit. Oh my god.